Yo, what up, X fam? So Xraypc here, and I wanted to show you guys a guide for Marvel Rivals. Another tank or another Vanguard is Captain America. I know a lot of people have been asking me, especially when I put that video out, and I've been playing him a lot on stream, going crazy with him. Twitch.tv/Xraypc is where you can find the stream. I'm trying to like figure out a good like volume level because I know a lot of people have been like saying like when they keep doing that, they just keep talking and talking. It gets too loud. I don't know why. There's no like actual thing where you could say like, is it this one? In-game voice? Oh, there you go. Oh, you can turn that down. Okay. Because I don't want it too low so you guys can't even hear the actual game. There you go. But yeah, so I wanted to make this guide for you guys where you could actually figure out like, hey, how do you keep doing that much damage on him? Like, I feel like I can't do any damage. How do you keep making that much space but like not dying with him? How do you like, you know, like what's the point of like running with your shield out? You know, like there's all these little things about him that most people won't understand. Captain America is a bully. Like that's pretty much all he is, right? He's a kill finishing bully. All he's there to do is to hold an angle, and then as soon as you actually see like what's happening, then you instantly fly out. You go, he's low, boom, 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 he's dead, and you just run away. Kite out, keep throwing it out to kite out, and then boom. Because like, after 2 autos, you get 1, 2, 3, 4 shield throws, and you can understand you have 4 by looking at the bottom indicator. You have the 4 blue lights. 1, 2, you have 2 gone, and then you have 2 more, and you can save it. You don't always have to just instantly throw it every single time. And when you get that, you could kind of like kite back with them as well, by the way. So you can kind of like this, and then, or if they get away from you, it's your gap closer. So you don't always have to like perma sprint, but if you do perma sprint, you can kind of make sure really on target though. You have to be really accurate with this for some reason when you do it like this. But this is how you keep up with someone who's trying to run away from you. So let me run up here, run up here. So let me just act like I'm running after this one. This is how I'm staying with this person. But see how sometimes it like weirdly misses? It makes no sense sometimes, but I don't know, maybe it's like a bug where it like weirdly misses, but yeah. You always gotta make sure you're like on target. I think it affects it when you're shield throwing. It bugs out your shield throw. It's like your sprint is canceling your shield throw. So you can do, if you really want to not bug it out, is maybe like do 2 shield throws, cancel sprint, then do the last 2. Boom, boom. See how it's wasting my shield throws and not throwing it. So you probably just perma cancel sprint. And then your main combo on him, for sure. Always, always, always. Let me wait out on the cooldowns. Just to make it more realistic for you to make it understand. 2 more seconds, 2 more seconds. 1, 2. Oh, I did it wrong one. Alright, so it's 2 punches, sprint jump, land, but really fast. And then into EF, or I have it on my mouse button as an extra thing just to make it easier sometimes. So it's hold sprint the whole time, 2 punches. Oh my goodness. You have to like run forward for a second. You have to like kind of like kite around the target for when you're jumping in air. But see how hard that is to like kind of hit? Let me just take this off. But it's like dun dun. It's so hard to get that off. Let me just kill this thing too. But you get the idea of it. This is why he's like one of the hardest characters I actually get. It's not just like Hulk, left click, right click, left click, or like the same thing with like Thor or things like that. It's actually like you have to do a fighting game combo with him. So it's punch, punch. Come on, Cap. Come on, Cap. Punch, punch. There you go. So let me show you on somebody over here. Let me do Luna Snow, because you're probably diving healers, snipers, like Hawkeye, Black Widow, Hela. You counter everything that's annoying in the game. Mantis, Luna Snow. Let me look at this tier character list. Pretty much all strategists Nobody really annoys you except for maybe Adam Warlock. Like when he ulties, you're just not killing him through it unless you have somebody helping you. But most of the time, you're like not really doing it by yourself. You're hopefully playing with like a flanky DPS. You have Magic, Iron Fist, Hela can push with you. Black Panther, Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch kinda, but I mean, at least she's like getting him low constantly, and then you could finish him off. And then because also tanks that work with him, and then pretty much similar things like that. Just future characters, Wolverine, Winter Soldier. I mean, Storm works super well with all melee characters, but especially him because it's a Storm plus Thor plus Captain America combo. They like all benefit each other. They have the team up together, and they all actually work well together. The whole point of the characters is like, does to dive someone. So she can enable both of them, give them damage or speed. Main thing, speed. I think they have enough damage already, so you just want to keep them as fast as possible to stick to the targets. That will keep their damage up more than just giving them a damage boost. Sometimes if this like a straight brawl fest, then you could a Storm you would swap to damage if you're like a Storm player playing with the Captain America. But yeah, but let's do who would be annoying. Yeah, just leave us now. So it's auto attack. Yeah, and then you just auto attack them to death. Auto attack. And your E, by the way, your E can hit the ground and still bounce to hit things. So if you're chasing after someone, don't be afraid to be like, oh, you get the full damage if you hit them with it. You actually get more. So let me show you guys. Alright. So first I'll show you when I hit somebody. Full damage, look at this. So it's past the big line right there. If I hit the ground first, it's reduces the damage per bounce. So now instead of like all the way to almost the extra line, it's a little bit after the big line. If you have Thor, or so the shield throws, I think they're 45 damage. And then like your little shield throws, and if you have the Thor team up. If you have the Thor team up, it goes from 45 damage every time to 50 damage perma, and you have perma long range shield throw, and it bounces. So over here, it's gonna bounce, and the bounce is gonna do, I think it's 50, and then the bounce is 25. But at least you're doing cleave damage, helping out in a team fight, so you're not kind of useless in a team fight scenario. In team fight scenario, you're kind of just getting mixy in it. There's a bug in the shooting range. If you pray him in the shooting range, watch, he's gonna do this. He doesn't actually do that in the game. If he did that in the game, people would be reporting me. You beat the most played character. Let me see. Oh yeah, when you get to get good at his movement, that's another thing about him. So you want to learn how the distance of his jumps. So you can go like you can kind of do things like, oh, I want to be able to do this and then jump, this and jump, this. Or usually you do shield bash then slam, or you just do slam to save your shield bash just in case. Like if you engage with your slam, which is what you always do, boom, boom, you do everything. You could do that if you know you're gonna kill, right? Or you do jump, slam, boom, do your thing, and then shield bash out. That's why I say alive the longest. Or jump and then shield bash, because sometimes you'll cover more distance. So like you could jump, hold, around the corner, dash around the corner. So that you get really good at your movement on this character. That's going to be the main thing. You're always just getting mixing it. Boom. Obviously, you wouldn't have the extra shield bash because I have that cooldowns off. But yeah, pretty much like... Watch, let me show you the distance. This is like what? So over here is 30 meters. I just covered 30 meters. You know what I mean? I didn't even need to do the dash. Most of the time, like, a Hela's fighting you from this distance. You probably snuck up on a Hawkeye or a sniper character from this distance. So you don't really need to do the craziest. But if you really need to, you just jump, wait a second, dash, wait a second, slam. And then you get the most distance covered. And which I can show you over here. Alright. So jump, wait, oh. You have to be careful because after a while you'll be a certain distance you can't slam. See how far I covered in that time? Or if I just did this. So I ended up right there. So I get a little bit extra distance, which you think would be nothing. But if the whole point is you're trying to get on the sniper character and you don't want to waste your damage, you know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point of your character. Is you don't want to waste this slam because you literally can use a mid combo. And get really good at like understanding like the timing of that. Don't lose track of the target when they're in the air. Oh yeah, okay, here you go. Your ultimate. So it's a 9. It's like, is it 8 or 9 seconds? I think it's like 8 seconds, and you get a field that travels behind you. Everyone's getting a shield and movement speed, and you're getting more of it. You're getting a bigger abundance of shield and movement speed, but everyone else is still getting it, but it's just like a trickled effect. They're getting like, I think it's like you get like 150 shield a second, and they get like 50 seconds or something like that. But also what people don't know is when they read it, they don't understand what that one thing means. This is what it means. You can knock people off the map if you pop ulti. And it's the most disruptive. Like, literally imagine like popping your ult and then taking the healer out of a fight like this, and then doing your thing. They're trying to get back in the fight. They're trying to run away from you. That's insane. Or a tank. So this is also, finally, this makes it easier for him to go and fight a tank player. So when the tank is diving your teammates, you just keep him out of fight. Mix in like this left or right movement things, because sometimes you can't, like, this doesn't really happen as easy as that happens mid-team fight, where that person is not getting knocked. Like, the tank will not really get knocked back. So let's say like a Hulk. Or let's say like a Groot. The Groot's diving on your team. What the? Oh, that's weird. So the Groot's diving on your team. Not gonna get my thing back. Groot's diving on your team. Boom. You know what? Knock him down here. And then you can, he has no movement, you can just get out. So now he's out of the fight and you can go back on the squishies. So this is how you play Cap. He does have displacement. It's only when you have ult, and then when you have ult, you can literally just run people down because you can't die. If you die during Cap ult, man, you just dove into like a 1v6. That's the only thing I can think of. And even when I dive 1v6, if I have one healer on me, I do not die. Look at this. 900 HP shield. It gives me 300. It's like 250 shield, and it's constantly coming back over and over and over again until the duration runs out. So like, I feel like I never really die as Cap. But yeah, pretty much just get good at movement, understand like your ability combo, understand the distance of your abilities, because that'll help you like a lot. Otherwise, you're just never gonna do anything. Always try to hit this knock up. You're gonna do the most damage. It's just all you have is this plus your ulti, knockback. Remember, you have this. You just have to run and shield at the same time. Remember, your shield is a deflect. You could deflect ultimates. It's completely random. That's another thing I have to add in there. Don't expect to just deflect an Iron Man ult directly back at him. Sometimes it'll go straight down. Sometimes it'll go straight to the left or right. Sometimes like diagonal somewhere. But you can deflect it, and now it's yours. You know what I mean? I never really won a fight with that before. It's just kind of a cool extra thing that happens once in a while. But remember, this can bounce on the ground. So you don't always have to be as accurate at this as possible. But it's going to do less damage. It's always better to hit it directly, so you don't lower your damage. And get really good at the combo. The Leap Slam EF. Is just practice EF a lot with cooldowns. The infinite cooldown. Learn the timing of it, because you can. I think you can actually see how I'm canceling it. I'm canceling the shield throw. You wanna like? Oops, I'm canceling it. There you go. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. So it's like you can see it coming out of a little bit in front of me. So even though it's like canceling, it's like it's actually going far enough for me to hit that person that I'm probably into the face of. You know what I mean? But if you just do it too fast, it literally doesn't do anything. See, it only does that damage. Or if I wait, this is a 250 health target, and I just did like half its health with just that combo. Okay, and now it's like if I land this. Ooh. Okay. I want to land the combo for y'all before I end the video. Boom, 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 boom. So now it's like over half its HP by just that. Obviously, then you already mixed in the punches, and you got the shield throws, and you finish the turret off. But yeah, that's a Captain America guide. I try to make it as advanced as I can. I haven't really learned the character to the fullest. Like, obviously, like Penny, I already have her max proficiency, and I've used her in a large amount of like higher rank games and scrims and the tournament. So it's like I already have enough time on that character. Captain America, I've been getting a lot of time. I have an MVP video as well. I'm gonna be putting it right here for you guys to watch. And I hope you guys like the video, and then subscribe to the channel if you want more like guide content. Yeah, peace.